2007, how was it for outsourcing? Sparking interest in offshoring, the 2007 saw government shun colossal outsourcing contracts while the businesses displayed growing confidence in software as a service, sustained skill shortages that had blocked deployments. The garner 22 billion Australian dollars was spent on information technology, outsourcing and services including the infrastructure, product support, and professional services. For the offshore work as a destination for the outsourcing from overseas businesses, Garner holds a high hopes for the Australian outsourcing market. This is recently ranking Australia as the _1 destination. The end of the month in Australia came to an end, and the beginning of multi or selective outsourcing strategies. The new generation of the decision makers, hired long after initial contracts were signed, came out swinging clavers at decade-long deals made by the CIOs and bureaucrats of yesteryear. To achieve economies of scale, the Australian Tax Office, Australian Customs Services, and the South Australian Government commenced selective sourcing strategies using multiple vendors to get a depth of expertise rather than a single vendor to achieve economies of scale. From the company that controversially dominated Australian outsourcing for the past decade, EDS, the Australian Tax Office, Australian Customs Services, and the South Australian Government commenced selective sourcing strategies using a multiple selective sourcing strategies. Since 1995, the South Australian Government was the first to carve up to outsourcing contract, which has been monopolized by EDS since 1995. At the mercy of the market, by 2005, its then CIO Grantley Miles stated that the 9-year $500 contract left the government materially descaled at the mercy of the market. From much of the work, in April, Miles decided to reduce contract durations to 3 years and excluded. With the Telstra-owned outsourcing outfit, the Customs followed a similar tack this year when in June it selected IBM for the mainframe and data center work, leaving the EDS only applications and development work. The change model will bring in new vendor management challenges. In November, do not fall for the innovative suggestions made by vendors, and do not rely on the service level agreements that they are simply do not work. In 2007, the mother of all contracts to go under the knife was the Australian Tax Office's information technology infrastructure outsourcing work. The EDS was dominated its work for the past decade. This includes multiple contract extensions. The Boston Consulting Group released its advice for the ATO. Split the service into 3 bundles and make the tenders competitive. At 1.8 billion Australian dollars, the value of its decade-long deal with EDS is stood. This is an of synergy.